The billionaire philanthropists Bill and Melinda Gates have announced they are to divorce.
Bill and Melinda Gates, the influential couple, surprised the world when they announced their divorce after 27 years of marriage. No one expected it to happen, but what went wrong? But before we get into it, do me a favor and smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for notifications whenever a new video is published. So for today's video, we will talk about the real reason of Bill and Melinda Gates' divorce. The two were named the Mazda of married couples worldwide because while they aren't just lovely as a pair, they are dependable and don't seem to fall quickly. When they revealed on May 3rd that they were divorcing after 27 years of marriage because they no longer think they should prosper together, almost everyone was shocked. They've raised 3 incredible children and established a charity that works worldwide to ensure that everybody can have a secure and prosperous life. Bill and Melinda said in a joint statement on Twitter that they believe in the vision and will continue to work hard to build the groundwork they've laid, but they don't think they'll be able to succeed as a couple in the next step of their lives. It also noted that they would like to request room and privacy for their families when they adjust to their new lives. As Bill and Melinda first started dating, she soon outperformed him in math puzzles. Melinda has often admired her husband's spiritual sophistication and kind heart, notwithstanding the challenges of sharing childcare duties with one of the world's most famous men. On their 26th anniversary a year earlier, she marveled at just how deep a heart can be. There was a variety of speculation about what it meant for philanthropy, public welfare, technology's potential, and the stock market on the internet. At the exact moment, a quieter, more depressing subject was being discussed. What went wrong exactly? What chance does the rest of us have if the Gateses couldn't make it with all that capital, a collaborative project that made a real difference, 3 children, and 27 years under their belt? What went wrong to put their 27-year marriage to a close? The divorce of Melinda and Bill Gates has been widely reported in the press. According to a DNA study, Melinda Gates has previously stated that Bill Gates was having trouble juggling work and personal life. Bill Gates has another lady in his life, according to some media sources. According to Time magazine, he had a unique relationship with his wife, which enabled him to spend a long weekend with his former girlfriend, Anne Winblad, every year while they were together. According to the newspaper, Gates and Winblad, who was 5 years age gap, split up in 1987 because she wanted to marry, but he didn't. They did, however, maintain communication. In a 1997 interview with the publication, he said, "When I was out on my dreaming of marrying Melinda, I called Anne and asked for her permission." Bill and Melinda Gates divorced, becoming the world's second wealthiest couple. Another aspect, according to the marriage therapists, is the so-called empty nest syndrome. The children of Bill and Melinda Gates range in age from 18 to 25, and their partner's intensive parenting time is finished. Jennifer, who is set to marry in 2020, posted on social media on May 3rd that the recent cycle has been a difficult time for our whole family and that she was looking for help. Several partners find that they have few other projects or ambitions in common until they are no longer raising children together. Others see it as a chance to rethink their priorities in life. If part of the relationship has eroded, such as the romance, love, or shared experience, often partners use this as an opportunity to end the partnership amicably. And my theory is that they've probably lived very similar lives in several respects. They're both extremely busy and they're both knowledgeable. According to the Marital Counseling, the best-selling books about marriage in 2015 teach couples how to work together. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation seems to be engaging in the kind of collective adventure Gottman describes. However, also inside the foundation, the two also developed contrasting views. Bill's main issues are global warming and personal well-being. Melinda has been more active with issues affecting women and youth. She informed Time that she would no longer join the foundation's science and medicine sessions until she turned 50. She said, "I'm positive Bill has them. I'm attending further meetings on women's and girls' issues, as well as changes in social behavior." Melinda has had her philanthropic foundation, Pivotal Projects, since 2015. According to Marital Counseling, the Gottmans claim that their work with the foundation played a part in their breakup. Likely, they didn't have time to commit to each other that a happy marriage demands. Other marital scholars agree that the Gates' claim covers many of the foundations. Daphne DeMarneff, a psychiatrist and author of The Rough Patch, was struck by how central the phrase they used was to mid-late life divorce decisions. According to DeMarneff, the Gateses could be expressing a lot of trust in their ability to reclaim solidarity, joy and togetherness, and marital attachment when they say they no longer believe they will develop together as a couple. She refutes the notion that this is a sudden midlife crisis breakup, arguing that it may be a constructive option that brings them happiness. At least based on their reasoning, it seems that the Gateses attempted hard. Acceptance, I agree, has meaning as people try, think, and aspire, but also can't make it easier, DeMarneff went on to say. Most weddings, according to Daphne DeMarneff, imitate Maseratis rather than Mazdas. They may be thrilling, but they need a lot of fine adjustment, and no one can predict how well they would do on any given day. If the world's most potent philanthropic couple has called it quits, the individuals that have emerged might make a lot of noise. Melinda Gates has filed for divorce according to TMZ, a celebrity news website, saying that their marriage is irretrievably shattered. According to TMZ, Bill and Melinda Gates did not have a prenuptial deal on their money as they submitted papers in Seattle court. Melinda has declined alimony. They will have a separation agreement to divide their properties, according to People magazine. According to the paper, Melinda Gates filed a restraining order over their marital estate. She is therefore not requesting spousal support fees, according to the document. The high-profile pair would not have to think over child custody problems since they have 3 adult children, son Rory John, 21, and daughters Phoebe Adele, 18, and Jennifer Catherine, 25. Bill Gates is said to be the world's 4th wealthiest individual, and the disparity between them may be unprecedented. In 2019, Amazon creator Jeff Bezos and his ex-wife Mackenzie Scott signed a record-breaking $36 billion divorce deal. Divorce will also have far-reaching consequences in public life. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has donated more than $50 billion to causes including malaria eradication and IT schooling in the United States. In the battle against pandemic, the pair has just pledged $1.75 billion to vaccine systems. Naturally, concerns regarding how they want to distribute their wealth have arisen, but the general answer has been disappointing. Jennifer, 25, Rory, 21, and Phoebe, 18, have been recognized as one of the world's most inspirational families for decades, dedicating decades to noble causes and championing the value of men and women being equals at home and work. Here's how their love tale unfolded from their common childhood passions to raising 3 children as one of the world's wealthiest families. According to their website, Bill and Melinda Gates have maintained that they were both born into wealth and share 2 ideals that they learned as children: giving back and optimism for the future. In their Gates Foundation profile, they write, "We each saw how our parents played out in our local communities from a young age and taught us that everything is possible." When growing up in Seattle, Bill's father was a prosperous prosecutor and his mother was a member of the board of directors of financial holding companies. His parents pushed him to compete and persuaded him to pursue a legal profession, but he remained passionate about computer programming. When he was 13 years old, he wrote his first program application and was excused from math lessons to pursue his passion for technology. Melinda, the daughter of an aerospace engineer and a housewife from Dallas, Texas, established a keen curiosity in computers a decade or so earlier. Because of her school success, her father and computer science instructor exposed her to computer science. Melinda and Bill went on to prestigious colleges to follow their passions, with Melinda attending Duke University in North Carolina and Bill attending Harvard University. He dropped out after 2 years to found Microsoft, a computer technology firm. In 1987, Microsoft hired Melinda as a product manager, making her the only woman among the company's first class of MBA graduates. At the time Bill met his future wife, he was always destined for stardom. At the age of 31, he became the world's first billionaire as CEO of Microsoft, while Melinda served in the company's growth department. At a corporate dinner in New York in 1987, they met and fell in love. In her 2019 book, The Moment of Lift: How Empowering Women Changes the World, Melinda wrote, "I turned up late and all the tables were packed, save one which still had 2 vacant chairs side by side. I took a seat in one of them. Bill arrived a few minutes later and took the other seat. Bill and Melinda talked over dinner that evening, according to Melinda, and she could see he was involved. A few days later, they bumped into each other in the Microsoft parking lot, and he asked her out. "He started up a chat and asked me out for 2 weeks from Friday," she wrote in the book. "That's not spontaneous enough for me," I chuckled. "Ask me out closer to the date," I said as I sent him my phone number. 2 hours later, Bill reportedly called Melinda to ask her to dinner that night. Since then, the pair have discussed how they meet, since they share a passion for puzzles and math games. According to Melinda in the book, Bill and Melinda exchanged a lot of interests, mostly solving puzzles and competing. Love did not bloom immediately, as it does in a lot of perfect romances, but it did grow with time. On the other hand, certain people like fading away if you take them for granted. What are your thoughts on the actual cause of their divorce? Do you believe there were any other factors that led to their divorce? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. That's it for today's video. I hope you learned something about why Bill and Melinda ended their marriage life. Before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications on our future content. With that being said, see you in the next one.